Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the NBA game for Sunday, June 27, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at Game 3 for the Eastern Conference Finals. The Bucks versus the Hawks. Let me get to the right date. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. This side of the screen is what I call my game numbers. Up top here is the away team, their coach's record, their season record, their postseason record. Right here in the middle is the head-to-head record between the two teams. And at the bottom here is the home team, their season record, their postseason record, their coach's record. Up top here, just some extra info. Game 3, it's tied coming in here, so someone's going to go 2-1-1-2. It is the 74th NBA playoff game for this season. And I don't know what the home team record is yet, just because I'm recording this before the Suns and Clippers game. And then game 4 between these two teams, Hawks and Bucks, it will be the 76th NBA playoff game. Alright, so with it being the 74th NBA playoff game, today has 74 date numerology on the Gregorian. The word 74 sums to 127. And the Bucks can get their 127th all-time head-to-head win against the Hawks. The thing about the number 127, though, is that it's the 31st prime number. And Bucks could get their 31st loss for the season. So it's a number that goes either way, with it being the 74th NBA game, 74 date numerology, 74 sums to 127. They could get that 127, or Bucks can get the 31st loss for the season. 74 does equal 55, and Bucks could sit on 55 wins for the season as they get their 31st loss. So Bucks better be careful on that one. But it could just be the 127 as well. So keep that in mind. This is a day with 54 date numerology on the Gregorian. 251st all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. The 54th prime number. Today is a day with 187 left in the year. It's the 178th day. 178 and 187 are just anagrams of each other. Bucks coach, he can get his 187th all-time win as a coach specifically for the Bucks. And he can also pick up his 417th all-time win for his overall career. It being the 17th day of the 4th month on the Hebrew religious, like 174, 417, 174, just anagrams of each other. Hawks coach, he would continue to sit on 714 all-time wins for his career with the loss. 714, 417, 174, all just anagrams of each other. If we look ahead to Game 4, which will be played on the 29th, which is Tuesday, it does have 56 date numerology on it. So Bucks, do they sit on 55 wins heading into Game 4 and get their 56th win in Game 4? Or do they get their 56th win here in Game 3 and then they head into Game 4 on a day with 56 date numerology with 56 wins? It's going to be a day with 40 date numerology. 40 sums to 51. Do the Hawks get their 51st win for the season in Game 4? Or do the Hawks get their 51st win in Game 3 and then they head into Game 4 and sit on 51 with 40 date numerology? It will be a day with 22 date numerology as well. And maybe we might see the series tie 2-2, like 22 in game 4. So it could be interchangeable between game 3 and game 4 on who wins it. Maybe Bucks win game 3, but then they lose game 4. Maybe Hawks answer back and win game 3, but then they lose game 4. So it could be we could be looking at a potential 2-2 by the end of game 4 with the 22. And I also say that as well because if game 3 is the 251st all-time head-to-head matchup, game 4 would be the 252nd. But what I would be looking at is when it would go to game 5. Game 5 would be the 253rd all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. 253 is the 22nd triangular number, which would be game 5, and the series could be tied 2-2 like 22 heading into game 5, which would also be the 253rd all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. So I think it might get a little tricky here between games 3 and 4, kind of like it was for games 1 and 2. I think they're going to split the games again. I kind of like Bucks to win game 3 for the 4-1-7, 7-1-4, and then potentially Hawks tying it in game 4. If Hawks lose game 3 and then they tie it in game 4, they could get their 165th all-time postseason win in that scenario, and 22 sums to 165. So I think we might see this series get tied 2-2 potentially. And the 56 and the 55 are interchangeable between games 3 and games 4. The 51 and the 50 is interchangeable between games 3 and games 4. The 187 and the 417 is really what's kind of getting me leaning towards the Bucks in game 3. And then I might look towards the Hawks in game 4. But it could be vice versa and interchangeable. What's also interesting is that game 4 would be the 76th NBA playoff game, and it will be on a day with 76 date numerology. And Atlanta Hawks, spelt out, sums to 76. It's also probably why they played the 76ers. So maybe the 76th NBA playoff game on a day with 76 date numerology would be more of a favor for the Hawks, which would be game 4. That's kind of what I'm looking at or leaning to. But at the same time, Hawks, their coach, it's his 130 or 1,355th all-time game, 1,355. Kind of has that 135 in there. Bucks could sit on 135 postseason wins with the loss as they continue to sit on 55 wins for the season. 55 sums to 135. All right. So that's about what I have for right now. Other things to look at. 376. I think that has some number properties. No, 16 pentagonal. It's 377. It's the 14th Fibonacci. Yeah, I think that's what I have for right now. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this adds some value to your decodes. Hopefully it adds value to what you already have. And don't hesitate to add more information on top of this if needed, like I say in the beginning. And I wish you guys the best of luck on your picks. I hope you win every pick that you make. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for the support.